Rick Snyder is going to Europe for a week. Of course he is. When we last saw him, Governor Rick Snyder was at this nice house in Flint, Michigan, taking away gallon jugs of water from the kitchen faucet of this family to show how safe he thought it was to drink water from the tap in Flint, Michigan, as long as you pour it through a filter. The governor said he would be drinking Flint water not just that one day in that nice lady's kitchen in Flint. He said he would be taking Flint water away and drinking it for 30 days. But now, as the governor jets off to Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and the Netherlands, his spokesperson is now clarifying that when Governor Rick Snyder said he'd be drinking Flint water for 30 days, he didn't mean 30 days in a row. So this European jaunt will not feature state-paid water carriers bringing those jugs of Flint water with him everywhere he goes. He apparently will resume his publicity stunt about Flint water when he comes back. Meanwhile, Flint continues to post its lead testing results from Flint houses every few days. They continue to test water coming out of the taps in homes across the city. And today, the city of Flint just posted the highest lead rating they have ever taken from a home in that city. Now, for context here, if you've got 15 parts per billion of lead, that's the federal action level, 15 parts per billion. If you get up to 5,000 parts per billion, that's hazardous waste. The previous record for any test since the crisis was uncovered in Flint was just under 12,000. What was posted today in Flint is nearly double that number, 22,905 parts per billion. In a house on the western edge of the city in a neighborhood kind of nestled into a bed in the Flint River. Well, now with the first criminal charges filed this week in the Flint lead poisoning disaster, and with the state attorney general saying that at that announcement that these charges against these three relatively low-level government employees, they're only the beginning. At one level, we're all now just waiting to see if and when more charges will be filed and against whom. But in the very, very short term, there are a couple things to watch for right now. One is on Monday, because Monday it's the 2-year anniversary of when Flint made its fateful switch in the source of its water without treating it properly, which caused the lead poisoning of that whole city in the first place. And that anniversary on Monday, that's going to bring a whole new round of not just national attention, but probably global attention to this crisis. And the question is, does a new round of attention make it any more likely that Flint will get fixed, that the pipes will get replaced, that there will be any more urgency as to actually fixing this problem, or to even finally starting to deliver clean water to people in Flint, which still does not happen even now? Will the anniversary bring about any more urgency in terms of trying to make this better in the day-to-day life of people in Flint and trying to fix this city that had its water pipes ruined by the state government? That's one thing to watch for. The other thing to watch for is a matter that is a very sober thing, and it has just arisen in the last couple of days. It is personal, it is tragic, but I think it is worth keeping an eye on because it is as yet unexplained. And that is that a foreman, a man who worked as a foreman at the Flint water treatment plant, a man who worked there over 18 years, he died this week in as yet unexplained circumstances. He was a young man, he was my age, 43 years old. Local authorities are investigating his death. They have not yet said what the cause of his death was, but they say they don't suspect foul play. This man worked at the Flint water treatment plant as a foreman. Today, the Office of Attorney General Bill Schuette, who brought those criminal charges, today the AG's office confirmed to us that this young man who died this week is one of the people they had just interviewed for their criminal investigation. There are so many different levels of tragedy and mystery around what has happened in Flint. This new personal one involving this longtime employee of the Flint water treatment plant, it's just the latest new thing that we have learned about, and it is as yet unexplained. If we learn more about that, we will let you know more. But the Flint water source switchover, which started this entire disaster, which poisoned that city and ruined its infrastructure because of what the state did to that town, the anniversary of that